Hello everyone, Tevin Townsend here. As you can see, I am okay. I'm alive, I'm warm and I'm cozy. And I wanted to respond to some comments. This is an opportunity to educate, and I am all for exposing the system that is corrupt, that controls us all. The police state is a part of that. A lot of people don't understand that they're so programmed that they just obey authority. What gives these people authority? Do you even understand what the laws say? Do you know your rights, and do you know the extent of their authority? A lot of these idiots don't. So let's talk about law. In order to detain someone, whether it's a traffic stop or just walking along, they have to have done something wrong or caused some kind of complaint by the public, right? None of that happened with me. I was just minding my own business, walking, trying to find the bus station. Mind you, I just left the airport, the Atlanta airport, and I was trying to find the bus station. So I was making a turn in one direction and I realized, oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. Let me go to the other direction. And the officer saw that and he thought, because it's his perception, his opinion, he said this, he felt that I did that because I saw him, which wasn't true. So that was his reason, that he calls probable cause actually an invalid reason. But nonetheless, he proceeded to detain me. Before I started recording, we maybe had spoke for 2 or 3 minutes. Initially, I didn't think it was going to be an issue. But after I answered his questions, it wasn't really getting anywhere. The situation started to get worse and I started to feel this guy's energy. And I said, oh boy, I'm going to have to record this. I don't know why this guy's harassing me, but I need to get this on video just so I can protect myself afterwards. He started asking initially, where are you coming from? What do you have in the bag? And I'm pretty sure I answered him. I said a laptop and some stuff, and I'm coming from the airport. I'm looking for the bus station. He didn't believe my story. He just felt I looked like a suspicious character. So even when you give them information, that's not even the point. The point was this guy wanted to search my bag and he didn't believe what I was saying. Okay. So when it got to that point, I started recording and I said, okay, I can't believe this is really happening. Let's clarify. You were pulling me over because I did nothing wrong, but because I looked suspicious to you and all that good stuff. And he said, yeah, so that's already seen in the clip. I never denied him my ID. I had no issue with him seeing my ID. I have nothing to hide. No criminal record, no warrants out. I'm not that black of a person. People tell me I'm as white as can be. The worst thing I have on my record is a few speeding tickets. I'm not a goody two-shoes, but hey, they can search my background all they want. They won't find anything. All I did was dispute the process of law and whether he had a valid reason for detaining me. Now, this is something a lot of people don't understand. When you start answering questions and consenting to the police to do all kinds of things, like search your vehicle, you give up your rights. This is something I've known not that long, maybe for about a year or 2 years at this point, and I'll link you to an article on it. This is easy information to find online. But if I just keep saying, yes, officer, I consent to this, I consent to this search, I consent to that, then you can't defend yourself later on in court. So you didn't see this in the clip. The whole detention process was about 25 to 30 minutes. I started recording 2 or 3 minutes in, and that clip's 4 minutes. So there's a whole nother 15 minutes you didn't see. What I told him was, I don't consent to you searching my bag. I don't consent to all of these demands, but under duress, I will allow you to do what you have to do. Okay, so if you just allow the police officer to do what he wants to do, then once you go in court, there's nothing they can have on you, nothing they can use against you, but you can still turn around and sue them for violating your rights. And so I played it smart. Unfortunately, cops don't want to, when you start talking about law and the process of it, they don't want to hear any of it. So they start to spin the conversation. They say, oh, you're being non-compliant. You're resisting. None of that's even going on. And once you start talking facts and they see you know what you're talking about, they're quick to arrest you and they're quick to say you're not complying. None of that ever happened. So I had no issue with him seeing my ID. I just simply requested, what's the reason? Okay, and I was looking for a valid reason, and I told him he didn't have a valid reason. And he was continually saying he was giving me a lawful order and that I wasn't complying with it. And I said, no, actually, this order is not lawful. But hey, if you want to see the ID, if you want to search the bag, I won't stop you. Okay, but just understand that when we get in front of the judge, I am of the opinion, the justified opinion, that you violated my rights. It's as simple as that. This guy said I look suspicious, which is offensive to me. And he's sitting on the curb in a vehicle, watching people come by. Who's more suspicious, me or him? Cops do this all the time. Cops do this in Mississippi, they do it in Alabama, and they do it in Georgia. And Atlanta, Georgia is where this happened. They sit on the highway in the grass, waiting for you to pass the speed trap. And they're looking for suspicious people when they're acting suspicious themselves. So anyways, guys, go educate yourself about law. Don't be an idiot posting comments saying, well, when a police officer says do something, you do it. You need to understand the extent of that police officer's authority, and you need to understand the extent of your own rights. You go study that first, then comment. I'm dedicated to exposing this kind of thing. I do my research, and I'm glad I was able to capture that. And I'm glad I was able to get this opportunity to put this information out there. Go read the article I will put up. I actually got into an argument with my sister the other day. She's an attorney, and she said, well, Georgia is a stop and identify state, which means they can pretty much detain you for no reason. And I'm looking into it. I don't believe that's the case. I know at least when it comes to searching my bag, which the police officer did want to do, you definitely have to have a warrant, and you definitely have to have probable cause. You can't just do it. So if you just want to lay down, get raped in the butt by these police officers and just comply and comply and comply, go do that. You're just letting them trample over your rights. You know, they don't have a right to do that. But at the end of the day, he's the guy with the gun, taser, nightstick, handcuffs, he can call backup. So whatever he wants to do, I'm going to let him do. Well, while that's being recorded, I wanted it to be understood that he failed to give me my Miranda rights, to read that out, to recite it. He failed to give me probable cause. And this guy actually ran my background. He's not supposed to do that either without probable cause. He did a whole bunch of stuff. And I have the means for legal recourse because he did that. With that said, I am dedicated to educating people on the system that runs America, the corruption that runs the world. And you see what happens when I try to put this information out and educate people. I get a whole bunch of dirt from other uneducated people telling me I'm the bad guy because I got out the airport hauling luggage and I'm trying to find the bus station. But there's a cop that tries to find a problem with me, maybe because of my hair. I think that's what it is since I recently got locks, man. People look at you completely differently. Anyways, I would appreciate anyone's support so I can continue to do this. It helps me forget about all these other ignorant comments, these people that are still sleeping. PayPal link will be in the description. Have a great day.